What if the voice inside your head, the one that critiques, worries, and plans, isn't really you? Imagine for a moment that every judgment, every fear, every whisper of doubt is simply a signal, a neural echo, not a personal truth. Yet most of us live as if these thoughts define us, letting them shape our mood, our decisions, our sense of self. What if understanding that this voice is not personal is the key to freedom, clarity, and a peace we have always been searching for? The voice in your head is not a mysterious intruder. It is a product of evolution, a feature of the mind that has kept humans alive for millennia. Our ancestors needed to anticipate danger, plan hunts, and navigate social hierarchies. This inner dialogue, rehearsing scenarios, warning of threats, predicting outcomes, was adaptive. It is the mind's rehearsal stage, a constant simulation designed to prepare us for life's uncertainties. Yet this same mechanism, once a survival tool, now floods modern life with endless commentary. Across cultures and centuries, thinkers have noticed this phenomenon. Buddhist monks practiced mindfulness meditation precisely to observe the mind's chatter, recognizing that thoughts arise and pass like clouds drifting across the sky. Stoic philosophers urged reflection on one's internal narratives, teaching that not every impulse or worry is worthy of attention or action. Even in Western psychology, the recognition that our minds generate automatic thoughts dates back decades. Psychologists identify these as cognitive patterns that often operate without conscious control, influencing mood and behavior without explicit permission from the self. Historical anecdotes reveal the universality of this experience. Medieval contemplatives in monasteries reported that the mind never truly rests, even in silence. Wandering thoughts, both trivial and profound, continued to arise. Romantic poets wrote of their inner voices, wrestling with self-doubt while seeking creative insight. Contemporary researchers find the same pattern. The human brain, even at rest, is active, generating a constant stream of mental activity. This stream is not inherently personal. It is the mind performing its function, rehearsing survival, emotion, and social navigation. Neuroscience sheds light on this mechanism. The default mode network, a complex system of interconnected brain regions, activates when the mind is not focused on external tasks. It produces streams of self-referential thought, connecting past experiences to imagined futures, constructing narratives about who we are, what we should do, and what others think of us. These thoughts feel intimate because they arise within us, yet they are products of a system designed to anticipate, evaluate, and strategize, not to define identity. Cultural factors amplify this effect. From childhood, individuals are encouraged to internalize thoughts as personal truths. Think carefully. Be aware of your feelings. Control your mind. Social norms, education, and media reinforce the idea that the mind's commentary is authoritative. Yet spiritual traditions, philosophical inquiry, and modern psychology all converge on the same insight. The voice is an instrument, a pattern, not the self. Observing it reveals the deeper awareness that simply notices, consistent beneath the noise. The origin of this misunderstanding is both ancient and immediate. It arises from evolutionary necessity, neural architecture, and cultural conditioning. The mind generates commentary for a purpose, yet we personalize it as identity. Recognizing this is the first step toward freedom. By tracing the voice to its source, biology, habit, and culture, we see that it is not a personal prosecutor or guide, but a functional system that can be observed, understood, and ultimately disentangled from the essence of who we are. As we begin to watch the mind in action, a remarkable truth becomes clear. The voice inside is not personal, and yet it feels intimately connected to who we are. Thoughts appear spontaneously, arising without permission, sometimes kind, sometimes cruel, often contradictory. One moment they flatter, the next they scold, yet the awareness that notices these shifts remains constant. This silent observer, the self beyond thought, is the foundation of experience, stable and unshaken by the mind's endless chatter. Psychologists and neuroscientists describe this phenomenon through concepts like metacognition and the default mode network. The brain is wired to produce self-referential narratives, to simulate outcomes, and to rehearse fears or regrets. These thoughts are adaptive, originally designed to anticipate threats or guide social behavior. But the key discovery is that they are generated automatically, without the consent or conscious authorship of the self. Observing them reveals that we are not the voice, we are the space in which it arises. Cognitive biases further illuminate this separation. The mind exaggerates, distorts, and invents patterns. We might believe a passing worry is evidence of failure, or a fleeting judgment is truth about our character. Yet these are patterns, habits of thought, not reality. Awareness allows us to step back, noticing thoughts as events, not commands. Anxiety no longer feels like a declaration. Regret no longer defines identity. The voice is a performer, and we are the audience, capable of witnessing without attachment. Throughout history, many have stumbled upon this insight intuitively. Meditators in ancient monasteries would sit for hours, watching thoughts arise and dissolve like clouds across a vast sky. Writers and artists report that their most profound ideas emerge when they cease trying to control the mind, allowing thoughts to flow without claiming them as self. In science, studies of mindfulness and cognitive therapy repeatedly demonstrate that people who observe thoughts without judgment experience reduced stress, clearer thinking, and increased emotional resilience. The discovery reshapes how we relate to ourselves. The voice in our head is not personal. It is a tool, a habit, a neural pattern. When we stop identifying with it, the tyranny of constant self-judgment loosens. Freedom emerges not by silencing the mind, but by recognizing that we are not the mind's commentary. The self that witnesses, patient and unshaken, becomes our anchor. This insight, simple yet profound, reveals that while the voice will always speak, it does not define the essence of who we are. Imagine if you fully embraced the truth that the voice in your head is not personal. Anxiety might lose its power, guilt could dissolve, and the endless internal debate might quiet into a subtle hum. Creativity could flourish, no longer stifled by self-criticism. Decisions might arise with clarity, unclouded by the mind's habitual commentary. In this space, insight does not need to be forced. It flows naturally, guided by awareness rather than judgment. Some neuroscientists suggest that recognizing this separation enhances cognitive flexibility. The mind, freed from identification with every thought, navigates complex problems with curiosity instead of fear. Philosophers speculate that this awareness could deepen empathy as the impulse to personalize and project diminishes. The voice continues its chatter, but it no longer dictates mood or behavior. This perspective also opens a radical view of freedom. If the mind's narratives are not mandates, life becomes a practice of choice. We respond with intention rather than compulsion, act with awareness rather than reaction. The voice is present, but it is no longer a master. Understanding this could transform inner life, fostering peace, creativity, and a profound sense of self beyond thought. Recognizing that the voice in your head is not personal can ripple through every aspect of life. Relationships may deepen as we stop projecting our internal judgments onto others, listening and responding with clarity rather than reactive emotion. Conflicts diminish when we realize that criticism, our own or perceived from others, is often just mental noise, not a reflection of reality. In work and creativity, detaching from the inner voice can free us from perfectionism and fear of failure. Ideas flow more freely when the mind is a tool, not a tyrant, and collaboration improves when ego-driven commentary is set aside. Mental health benefits profoundly. Stress, anxiety, and depressive thought patterns are softened when we observe them rather than identify with them. Society itself could change subtly if more people recognize this distinction. Priorities might shift toward presence and reflection, valuing mindful engagement over compulsive action. The transformative power lies in the simple act of observation, noticing the voice without personalizing it, allowing awareness to anchor the self, and discovering that beneath the chatter lies a quiet, unshakable consciousness. Thoughts drift across the mind like clouds over a vast, open sky, sometimes dark, sometimes luminous, always moving. Beneath them, the sky itself remains calm, infinite, untouched. To witness this is to awaken to a freedom that has always existed, the awareness that notices, patient and unshaken, beyond praise or blame. Each fleeting idea becomes a ripple, not a chain. Each fear, a shadow passing over light already present. The mind may chatter, speculate, and warn, but the self, the observer, is steady, a silent expanse holding everything without judgment. In this space, life slows not as an absence of action, but as a full embrace of presence. The world emerges with clarity and resonance, and the self exists simply, fully, and freely. The voice in your head continues to speak, but it no longer defines you. You are the sky, infinite and luminous, watching the clouds pass by.